and I will start again. Well, good evening, everyone. Today it's November 12th, and this is our Team Tuesdays call. And thank you so much for everybody jumping on the call. And I want to really welcome specifically our new business partner, Tammy. She lives in Quesnel here in BC. And then we would like to ask her if she don't mind to a little bit share how she started on the Juice Plus, what is so far her experience, and why you even decided to be part of our team. And after each of us, we will share with you our little story for 1 minute, how we even started eating these plant powders, concentrates, and what business means for us. Then it's all yours, Tammy, and welcome to on our team.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I really appreciate being welcomed. Juice Plus came to us about, I think it's coming up 3 years in December.
Wow.
We've been at it. Funnily enough, I went to a party to be a support to a friend and ended up getting sold because my daughters have autism. They're in their adult years. Low immune systems and things like that, and we've been on supplements forever. And I was just so impressed with the whole food product being able to supplement instead, like eating whole foods instead. And so we gave it a shot and couldn't believe how fast we felt healthy just with that. So that was a big deal because I'm pretty protective over my kids and their health. And I started to feel better. I was not doing well, had some pretty bad habits with coffee. And during that time, about 6 months after I started, I felt like I was really, my body was starting to change with its cravings. And so that I just started craving healthier food. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, wonderful.
So, yeah, we've been doing it for about 3 years now. And I researched it pretty in depth before we started even. And I just was so impressed with how things were being made. It kind of seemed too good to be true, but after I kept looking at all the videos and really seeing that this was really, really true, and then seeing that it, you know, how it was affecting us, I realized this was really true. It was really working. And we could have it, you know, with no all those chemicals and everything out of our foods. So then I decided this summer, after a lot of gentle, loving care from Roxanne, that I would take the first step to be part of the team and just see where it took me. Because I believe in the product, I just don't. I need everyone's help to get better at understanding it all. But I was thinking that it would be a good supplement to my income, you know, especially in the future years, in retirement years and stuff. And I thought, well, what better way to do that than something I really believe in.
Thank you. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Then again, congratulations. And you know, we all were in the same sometimes situation. Then I will just ask who will love to share with us and with Tammy their short version of their story, because we can talk forever. Really get us going. But like anybody wants to jump on?
I will.
Okay.
Hey, Tammy, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you too.
I was born in Quesnel, so I know connected that way. So that was kind of cool. I lived in Prince George, but I guess my mom went for a drive, she said, with my dad to Quesnel and went into labor, and there I was. So, yeah, September 2nd, I was born in Quesnel, so I just had my birthday. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Thank you. So, yeah, same as you. I researched Juice Plus for years and years and years, about 5 years actually, before I took the step and started Juice Plus. And I've never looked back because, like you, it slowly started to change my health. Being a type 1 diabetic myself, so I do have health concerns too, and could take the capsules no problem. And wasn't going to do the business either until I, thought a bit more about it. People are saying to me, how come you're looking so good or feeling so good? So it just kind of molded into the business. And that also, I work full time for the school district, so I don't do this business full time. It's my part-time gig. And it's great to have that extra money coming in monthly and, help me get a few things new around the house, a new kitchen and all that kind of fun stuff. And, pays my car payment bill. So it's good. So it was a slow process to get it going, but once it got going, it just keeps on coming. So I quite love the company. I love the business, my friends in the business here, and feel great. So yeah, welcome to our team.
Thank you, Roxanne. Thank you so much. And I remember, Roxanne, when you started, actually, because you fast-tracked to the senior sales coordinator, you got like it was $1,000 bonus. Yeah. That would help you to read your kitchen, and now you can be hosting everybody in that kitchen. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And anybody else would like to jump on? Share with us. Don't be shy. I will start to call on you. Hey, Robin, do you want to talk?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay. Hi, Scott. Hi, Barb.
Hey, Tammy, welcome to the team. It's great to have you. Yeah, it's really good that we have another strong member on the team. So for me, I had some life plans when I started Juice Plus, and one was health. I was definitely trying to change my health. I was going to the gym a lot more and taking good care of myself. And then I met Barbara, and she was taking Juice Plus, and I seen it on the counters, and it looked awesome. It looked like a great, like, I love the colors. I'm attracted visually to the colors. And so we started taking it in our morning shakes. We had the smoothies and everything. And right away, I did notice extreme changes to my health for sure. Joint pain went away from inflammation. I wasn't living on painkillers anymore. And I was just feeling all around healthier and, like you said, craving more fruits and vegetables. And so I also watched the videos. As I was taking it, I was learning about it and the research and the videos and how it's made. Even just those videos were like, this makes complete sense. And I knew I'd be taking this product for the rest of my life. And I made a decision to do that. And we got me the product, and I've been taking it for over 2 years. And the things that it's done for my health and shown me a new life, a better life for my health. And then as far as the business side, I signed up after a year just to kind of dabble. I mean, I drywall for a living and I make good money. And I haven't really steered away from that, but I see this as a plan B and a long-term goal. And the product makes sense, and I'm seeing people do the business, so that makes sense that that's a backup plan for me. That's my story.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. And Barb, do you want to?
Yeah, definitely. Tammy, welcome. You've made the right choice. You jumped on board. So yeah, I started the product when I got introduced to the product by Megan. I don't think she's on. I'm not sure if you've met her.
No, she's in the meeting. Yeah.
And so I was impressed with the Tower Garden, with growing her own. She was growing her own food, and I was just blown away how it's even possible. And so the product made sense to me right away. It was the easiest, cleanest, and relatively inexpensive way to flood my body with so many nutrients. And I've always been health conscious, so this this was a no-brainer for me. And so I jumped on board and introduced it to Scott, and then I started being interested in the business, and we're working on it. We also work full-time jobs, so this is a side gig. It's taking a slow. It's been a slow ride, but we believe in the bamboo story, where it grows really small at the beginning, and then it's just gonna, So we're the two bamboos. Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Barbara and Scott. That's awesome. Yeah, that bamboo. It's like, yeah, when they start to go, you can't stop them.
Gonna get bamboozled, yes.
Yeah. Well, Robin, would you like to share with us?
I can. Do we have time though?
Yeah,
I
we
can just
can do
be short.
minutes. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Tammy. Thank you for you're obviously a very cheerful person, which is so nice. Great smile. I'll just actually share about how Juice Plus is helping me right now, because there's lots of different aspects I could share to my story, but I started out with it because my mom introduced me to it in 2013, and we noticed that she had more clarity and more, I guess, more energy when she was taking it. And I did look at the research, and I had a gastrointestinal sort of absorption problem, and that really I really improved with the Juice Plus over about 4 months with the amount of different types of foods I could eat, and like the range of foods, the range of vegetables, that type of thing. And that was a huge blessing after 30 years of GI problems. So, but more recently, I think that I just want to speak to that, because we've been on the road. We were on the road for about 10 weeks between the Juice Plus conference, and then my partner Keith had 2 conferences in Alberta also, and then we were visiting family and seeing friends and so on. And when we were traveling, Keith, who hardly ever gets sick, with any kind of virus, he's an athlete, and he's 60, and he bikes like 60, 70K at a time. He's super fit, but he somehow got a cold, and in the past, pre-Juice Plus, I would get all those colds, and I would get all those different colds that were going around, and I just didn't. And what I was amazed by was, even with the extra stress of traveling, because of course when you're in hotel rooms and restaurants and out of my normal rhythm, I didn't get that cold. And I actually did get it, and it lasted about 3 days. And so I was like, wow, this is really amazing. I'm super proud of my immune system. So, as a person who's had immune system challenges in the past, and digestive problems, which of course are connected to immune system challenges, I'm super impressed by how over time, like it's now been how many years now? Almost 7 years, I guess. Over time, my immune responses are improving. And so I just always really encourage people to just keep taking it, even if you don't notice, like, obviously you've noticed big changes, but if you don't notice changes right away, just keep taking it, because it's definitely, for me, it's been like a benefit that each day builds on the next. So, and this, this week and the last couple of weeks have been kind of pedal to the metal type of time in our family. Lots going on, and I take a lot of extra Juice Plus, and I really notice the difference. I notice that even though sometimes I get tired, I'm still very resilient. And so it's those moments where you think, oh, how am I gonna, do I need that cup of coffee, or can I have an extra veggie capsule? And so I'm always grateful that those bottles are there. And my mom is 83, and she takes Juice Plus twice a day now. And if I could give it to my dog and cat, I would, but there's certain things in those that they can't, that dogs and cats can't have. but we love it. It's just non-negotiable part of our world. So I'm grateful, very grateful, very, very grateful to my mom for sharing that with me, and glad that you came upon your path too.
Yeah.
There's
Thank
your
you,
cat.
thank you. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you. And Roxanne, would you like to share the story?
Well, Tammy's heard my story, but I'll share my story again. Is that my story has to do with adrenal fatigue, and in 1995, after I had my last child, my daughter, I started to really slide into this really big, deep, dark hole, and I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And I lived in that hole for 12 years. And that was weight gain, memory loss, chronic fatigue. I had zero immune function. I was chronically getting sinus infections about every 3 months. And I was a really sick mom at that time. And, it was just, I was just really looking for something to help me, because obviously everything that I had at that time, which was in my kitchen cupboard, wasn't working. And it was, multivitamins and isolated vitamins and all the oils. And this was the time before the internet. So it was just kind of like, you go to the library and you learn something, or you hear someone say something, and there wasn't really any concrete data going on. So when I was introduced to Juice Plus, actually by you, Radka, and you said to me, here's this link, you can actually go and look at all the research that's been done on it. I was just quite taken aback and never heard of something like this before. And it was so simple. It was just plant powder concentrates. It was in a capsule. I could get it for my kids for free, and I had 2 small children at the time. And it just really made sense to me. And that's what I did. I took a step out. I took a step of faith, and it's made all the difference in our whole world. And 12 years now, like, we are still solid Juice Plus eaters. And we will be eating Juice Plus for the rest of our lives. I will never, ever do anything else. Like, this is the only thing that I'll put into my body. And I am so grateful, very, very grateful. And this is the gift that we get to give to other people. Whether they see it or not, that's okay. But it's just, I've done my part every day in just saying, I shared what I know, I shared my experience, and whatever you take away from it, that's the gift. And go from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And yeah, all gift. We are really gift to each other. Like, it's very much known, like, having that community feeling and love and support. It's one of the most important aspects for our health, for living really happy long life. And definitely this company has this. Like, we really, not only when you are part of the team, you are part of the really community of like-minded people, and we all became very close friends, right? Because I am actually in this business in 2020, it will be 20 years. I was introduced to Juice Plus when Lucas, my son, was 6 years old. He was diagnosed with pre-asthmatic condition. I tried with him everything at the time. I was doing already my master's in nutrition, work in a naturopathic clinic, tried with him everything. Elimination diet, no sugar, no dairy, no food coloring, homeopathy, hydrotherapy. I had so many different supplements, B12 shots, you name it. Nothing was helping. He was going the grade 1, started to, all his upper respiratory system started to inflame. He couldn't go even in a gym because the noise was driving him crazy. And then he was 1 week at home, 2 weeks at school, vice versa. Circles under eyes, constantly coughing. It was always our background music at the dinner table, his coughing. And then finally, I humbly, because I work in a naturopathic clinic, I went to the normal doctor. and he told me, he has pre-asthmatic condition, you will have to put him on a puffer. And I really didn't like that idea, and I expressed it, and he said, well, then you're on your own. And then I really didn't know where to turn, because I already really turned to everything what I could. And friend shared with me this fruits and vegetables plant powders and concentrate, and she had amazing results with it. Then I said, okay, I have nothing to lose. This is actually my last hope. Then I right away start Lucas on the fruits and vegetables. Vineyard came on the market 1 year later. And then he was taking 2 and 2 capsules. Eventually I increased it because I knew he needs to be really flooded with these nutrients. And I asked my friend, do they have any research behind it? And she said, actually they do, on the humans, how it's actually showing the nutrients in the bloodstream. It means it's absorbed, improving immune system function, decreasing inflammation, decreasing oxidative stress. And all this, they are actually the causes, under causes of the asthma. Then I said, okay, if I can help with this, that will be so amazing. Then I started to give it to him, and I just prayed, because I knew this is definitely my last hope, because I tried everything. And Tammy, within 2 months, I was signing here for the karate classes. You know, his lungs, they completely clear up, and I said, like, what is in this magic capsule? Then I started to study phytonutrients. I started to study really what fruits and vegetables, and it completely opened new chapter of my professional life, even as being nutritionist. Like, really pay so much more attention to the whole food instead fractionated vitamins and minerals and so on. Because even like that, in my nutrition school, they were still teaching us you have certain symptoms, they need to take some certain supplement for it, right? Then suddenly I see, oh, that synergy of all that 30 different plants, they are playing like orchestra in his body, like they are really supporting him. And we know how they work. They actually supporting each other, all these antioxidants and phytonutrients. Then they fight for the life of the plant, and they fight in our body for our life. Then that was fascinating for me to find this. And Lucas is now 26 years old, and he is an engineer, and he's scuba dive master. Since his 16 year, he for 4 years was going to Hawaii, and he became scuba dive master, and he was teaching there diving. Then, you know, it's and he still teaches plus. And then it's then for me it was like, oh, I need to share this with everybody. That will be unethical, like me as a nutritionist. Not, I never ever saw. I work in a cancer research, I work in a naturopathic clinic, but yet I never saw such a profound and changes in people's life from some simple thing like more fruits and vegetables. Then I became a representative, and eventually this plan B became plan A, and I never worked for somebody so long as I'm working with Juice Plus company, and I'm national marketing director. And when you reach that position, you have full benefits as working for the corporate America. You have your optical, dental, alternative medicine, even paid really for 1/3 of the Lucas's tuition as being in the university. Then it is really company with heart, and we all work together, right? As the head office and us, which we call working in the field, we always work together how make this business even better. And in 2020, a lot of very, very positive changes that are coming up. And we started already see it on our virtual office. They will be completely redoing our Juice Plus website. It will be more customer friendly. Then it's really moving in the 21st century. Then you couldn't come up on board in the best time than this. Then again, congratulations. Yeah, so excited you are here with us. And thank you for listening to our story, and thank you for sharing yours. That it's very, very exciting. Thank you. And then I will stop recording. And if you have time, then I will just go quickly through some updates. But let me just